To boost or not to boost? That is the question that we're addressing in this episode. So, boosted posts, I'm really excited to talk about this because I know that it can be a bit of a hot topic among digital marketers. I'm sure you will find a vast majority of digital marketing and paid ad specialists telling you, no, don't boost your posts, avoid boosting like the plague. They have a reason for that, and it's not just that they want you to pay for their services. Although, that's allowed. They've got a business to run and all that. Um, when they tell you not to boost posts, it's also coming from a place of wanting to protect you from potential danger of wasted money. And I'm here to say, actually, you can use both. You can use boosted posts. There's a way to get them to work in your favor. They can actually benefit you and provide a good return on investment. So the problem actually with boosting a post and why most people shouldn't, and the things that go wrong with boosted posts, the problem is where you kind of just look at a post that you want to boost. Maybe it's because you didn't get as many likes or attention on it as you wanted. So you hit boost and you let Facebook do its thing. That is not ideal. And I'll tell you why. There's two reasons why that's not a good idea. So, the first thing is when the post didn't get the attention that you wanted, it's not the best idea to boost it, because what boosting does is that it multiplies and amplifies what you're getting. So, if that post that you want to boost has vaguely any likes at all compared to your other posts, what's going to happen is that Facebook is not going to have information about the types of people that would be interested in that content, right? On the flip side, if you've got an organic post that did super well and got likes and comments and shares, there's information there for Facebook to tell it, okay, there's a whole bunch of people that like this. I can go and look for traits of other similar people who share these traits and show the post to them. So when you don't have that data for Facebook, it's just gonna have no freaking clue who to share that post with. If you are looking for likes and engagement, you may get it. You may get it from people who just randomly click on stuff because it's there for no reason, and they may not be the kind of people that you want to reach. The other problem with letting Facebook do its thing is a similar reason. If you don't tweak any of the settings when you go and create your ad, your boosted post, which is essentially a type of ad, again, what's going to happen is because there's a lack of information about the type of people who have shown interest in your content, it's just going to go worldwide, everywhere. Anybody with a pair of eyeballs and a phone, and it's like doesn't care. It just wants you to get you what you want. And if that's clicks, views, and engagement, it's going to spread your content far and wide to anyone. And you're going to end up with potentially some really rude customers who are like, what is this? I don't like this. Stop showing it to me. You could get disgusting, dirty men in your DMs sending you things that probably not appropriate. You'll get attention from bot accounts potentially. So those are some reasons why you want to be a bit tactful with boosting your posts and not leave it on the default settings. So when it comes to deciding what to actually boost, I would consider boosting something that's already got lots of likes and comments, because again, those people who took the time to stop scrolling and look at your content and say something, if a lot of people do that, it meant that it had resonance. And that's a clear sign to you that that piece of content was worthy to the people who are already following you. And so the more people who stopped and looked at that thing and commented, the more data the Facebook algorithm has to fuel that if you want to boost that content further. Now, another problem with boosting content is that you kind of want to do it with the right objective in mind. So typically when we boost a piece of content, we're showing it to a cold or a sort of semi-cold audience who may not be long-time established followers. The long-time established followers are probably more aware of what you teach or what you sell. Maybe they sort of don't need as much warming up to do in order to make a purchase from you. But when the audience is cold or maybe lukewarm, and we show an ad to them because we want to get something from them, what actually happens is that if they're only seeing you for the first time, or maybe it's they haven't, seen you that many times, and you show them an ad that asks something of them, that may not be an easy decision. So I've talked about this before, when if you've got a product that's a novelty item that people will instantly throw up their hands and say, oh my God, yes, like a cute jacket for a dog, you show that ad to a cold audience and they can decide, yes or no. Like, it's a fairly, easy decision. It's not really a life-changing thing. And if you show people a series of different dog jackets in ads, they it's not hard to decide which one they like the most. But if it's more of a service, if it's a higher ticket product, if it requires more trust and connection established between you and them, the thing that you ask them to do in that ad needs to be something that's easy for them to say yes to, and something comfortable that they're saying yes to. So one thing that I like to do personally in my boosted posts is that I set the objective just to view my Instagram page. I'm not asking for you to buy something. I'm not asking you to give me your email address to sign up to something, because that's like, oh, I just met you. When I set the objective of the ad as visit my Instagram page, that is a really easy decision to make based on one piece of content. And if I boost a piece of content that my resonant audience has shown interest in, and I've got proof that people have liked it, when that ad is shown to more people, there's more chance that that will be shown to people who are going to resonate. And if they go, oh, yeah, that's really good, I think I might check this person out. That is a really easy, low effort, not much thought going into making a committed step. Whereas if I've got like a $5,000 coaching package and I want to get more sales, if I go to a mass cold audience with a big ask, like I want, I've got this amazing thing that'll transform your life, you work one-on-one with me. If that goes to a cold audience, they're going to be asking themselves, who is this wacko? What? I don't even know you, and you're asking me to hand over a bunch of money? So do you see now, with these examples laid out to you, do you see what I mean by making an easy ask with your colder audiences? Now, another thing you can do with a boosted post is that you can show this to people who already follow you, especially if you've got an account that's got well over 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers. That can be really good to bring back people who may have dropped interest in you. Also, once your account reaches the thousands, you may actually want to exclude your followers from your boosted posts, because sometimes what happens is that your people who are naturally organically following you and see your posts regularly, if they see a boosted post that's sort of like an awareness generating one, they're going to be like, hey, wait a minute, I already saw this, why am I seeing it again? And if you know, cause that kind of friction, it may be a small amount of friction, but if you do it too many times, that can sort of also negatively affect the thoughts that your warm-ish audience have of you. So this is why it's important to understand where people are at each time they see you, and understand the strategy and how we need to adjust the strategy depending on what stage they're in. And we can do that by targeting at them depending on where they're up to, whether they're a cold follower or they've been following you for a while. Now, another great thing to boost is actually a free event you may be running, particularly if it's an online one. It doesn't really require somebody to plan out their day too much. If it's, say, a presentation or a webinar or something like that, that a lot of people have shown interest in before, it's not that hard to commit to, especially also if you've got a replay for that webinar. So there's a lot more that I can say about boosting posts, but I'm going to wrap it up here because I like these podcast episodes to be fairly bite-sized. If you've got any questions about boosting a post or creating Facebook ads, I am here. I am all ears. I have been doing this for a while. I have trained with one of the best agencies in Melbourne, and I got you. I want to make sure that your advertising dollars are hitting the mark and bringing you more of the good stuff and not just going down the toilet. P.S. also, if you're looking for some extra guidance on how to boost posts, some of us like to call them boosty posties, you may want to check out what my friend Tash Corbin is doing, because she's actually got her own podcast episode about boosting posts that sort of extends upon what I've been saying. That podcast is more applicable to female, women and non-binary entrepreneurs, but it's kind of reinforcing a lot of what I just said already. I definitely recommend checking out Tash Corbin as well when it comes to boosting posts. So yeah, I hope this helped you out, and happy advertising.